Welcome back. Now, if a trip to a Home Affairs office makes you very anxious, then this might be good news. The Minister of Home Affairs, Aaron Motsoaledi, has recently been saying that snaking queues are giving his department officials sleepless nights, and an overhaul of systems, as well as a new online booking system called BUBS, or Branch Appointment Booking System, will make all the difference. To discuss, we're joined by Thulani Mavuso, who's Deputy Director General for Institutional Planning and Support at the Department of Home Affairs. Mr. Mavuso, thank you for being with us. BUBS sounds very cute and sweet. This is an online booking system. You've been piloting it for a few months. How's it going?
Well, good evening and good evening to your viewers at home. Indeed, we have been piloting this particular system which we developed last year. And the idea behind it is that we need to make an impact. And the minister in his budget vote speech was quite clear that we need a long-lasting solution for us to be able to service our clients much better. So what we have done with that particular change is that we have gone as far as the issue of piloting in different offices, and there are a number of lessons that we have learned out of that particular pilot. The pilot ended yesterday, so we're now in full phase of deploying the system in various offices. I must say that there's been a number of positives that we've picked up from there. The clients, I think they're quite happy, those that we have utilized the system. So we're hopeful that in the near future, we'll have actually a system that is taken up by most South Africans, because currently everybody believes that to come to Home Affairs, you must just pitch in and do walk-ins. But I think we do not want that. We want a change out of that. So I think the minister has emphasized that with the deputy minister, that let's change the culture in which people are experiencing Home Affairs. Yeah. But I just want to emphasize one point. We're only dealing with only two products insofar as this system is concerned. This is now your passport and a smart card application. The other processes like your death registration, we're not going to do that, because remember, death occurrence, sometimes it's sudden, so it's not planned for. So if you are saying to a person that must make an appointment, then you're going to create challenges. But we are focusing on those two products because we can schedule those particular products. We're going to see quite a lot of improvement. As I said, that the pilot has demonstrated that particular negative positive impact to society, not the negative one that they've been experiencing.
Have you been watching what's been happening with the license system? People saying it takes a long time to get a booking. Have you learned, is this a great system? And how's it going to work? Because people are used to pitching up. So will you have some who are allowed to pitch up, some who will come through through the online booking system? How will it work?
Well, currently we are operating a hybrid model where we allow both those that are booked and those that are walk-ins. So in moving forward, we will definitely not have all our offices operating in a booking system only. We will separate the two. But what we've also done to mitigate the risk, for an example, of not getting slots, we do know that I think the driving license situation is also compounded by the fact that you've got agents who want to book for people. So in our situation, we've linked this particular system with the National Population Register. What it means is that there's no agent who can book for you, because we need your own ID to be able to activate the booking. In other words, when we have a list of those people that are booked, I cannot, as an agent, book, then come with you and then give you that particular slot. So the discipline around managers who are managing our centers is that they should only deal with those that are appearing in the booking system, so in the list of those that have been booked. And then, obviously, currently still continue with deal with the walk-ins in a hybrid model. Yeah. But once an office is determined as a booking-only office, and then obviously we'll definitely not take walk-ins. But currently, there is no plan to convert any office just to be a booking-only office, because we want to ensure that there's adoption by citizens, but also we are able to have, a kind of a change in the culture in which people are experiencing our services. Once that is in place, we will then obviously convert some of our big offices to be just booking only. I think we believe this thing will work. It's working with the banks. In the partnerships that we have with the banks, there's no person who just pitches up all the people who go to our bank sites, they go there on a booking. So if it works there, I think it can work even in our front offices.
Yeah, I used a bank to get my daughter's passport. It was amazing. It was quick and easy, although it did take a while to get a booking. And one of the saddest things you see at Home Affairs offices is parents, both parents who want to be working and they have to be there for some of the services with their child. You see babies in the line all day, not being able to sleep. So that is going to change.
No, definitely. That's what we want to eradicate. We don't want people to be pitching up at 5 o'clock to queue. You know, one of the problems that we have been experiencing is that we have had people who have made it their business to come and queue in our offices in the morning and then sell those particular slots. And we've tried to arrest some of them, but I think you can do much in terms of getting that culture out, because, you know, being in a Home Affairs queue is like you are queuing in a public place. So it becomes difficult for us to police that. But what we are saying is that with the booking system, if your appointment is at 12 during the day, you don't have to come at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. You will come at that particular time so that you can be able to be serviced and avoid people standing in those naked queues. But also, one of the issues that we're going to benefit from, what the Minister also announced, is that, you know, with our model of going also to the malls, we also want to ensure that we utilize those facilities where, you know, there's enough parking, there's enough space to queue, there's enough ablution facilities. While people are still in those queues, some of them can be able to do other personal businesses in the malls. But in the reality is that we just don't want to have queues. That is why even with birth registration, there's a project that we are running with the Deputy Minister of ensuring that we connect hospitals. The last hospital we recently did was in Newcastle in KZN, where we activated a hospital registration facility. We're saying that birth registration must occur at the source. So therefore, we don't want those mothers to come with their infants in our facilities, particularly during this COVID pandemic. So all that, we push it back to those health facilities. I think our biggest delay now was just during COVID, where we're not able to generate enough revenue to fund this initiative, because the money that we generate out of your passport, your smart card applications and other revenue, we take that money back to that particular project of connecting the hospitals. And mind you, that money also, remember, when you're getting your ID and birth certificate for the first time, you get it for free. So that's how we are funding back the citizen in that regard.
Mr. Mavuso,
our revenue drops significantly.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. We're running out of time. So I just want to throw in one more question, and thank you for explaining how the births are working at the moment. But the Minister said some super-duper banking IT professionals have been hired to stabilize the system, because the original sin is you're in the queue and then you hear that the system is offline. Is that working? And if it just takes a few IT professionals, why weren't they brought in years ago or decades ago to save many of us South Africans much pain?
No, you'll recall that in terms of our SITA Act, there's mandatory services that all government departments need to get their IT services from the state information technology agents. And also that prior to 2013, we had manual systems. That's why, you know, people would leave their forms in the office and apply for documents. And then when they leave happy thinking that they've been serviced, but those forms still need to be couriered to the back office. Now, once we introduced the live capture system, one of the demands of the live capture system was that network must always be up and get 99% uptime. So those were some of the issues that we had. But also the telecoms infrastructure in South Africa, there's still some of huge investment that still needs to be made. If you look at the fiber connection, for an example, is not there in the entire country. If you look at the copper cable, Telkom runs a huge network of copper cable, but the problem is that we have also copper thefts. So some of the issues that SITA is faced with relates to infrastructure that is damaged because of vandalism and other related issues. So where we are seeking to go now is to be able to put most on the government clouds, also to develop web-based applications so that we are able to troubleshoot remotely and reduce the outages that sometimes offices experience. So what the Minister has therefore done is that we need to partner with other organizations. So there's one of the banks that we are currently working with, looking at how they're actually mitigating the risk on the side of the banks.
Mr. Mavuso, I think let's get you back because this is such an important issue. But thank you for giving us the context, and unfortunately, we've run out of time.